Hey, welcome back to Project Riverside, where we try to help men live life together, live life as God has intended us to, and to just be the husbands and men that we're called to be. So, the devotional I was reading for praying for each other's mind, how to pray with your wife. This particular devotional talks about this guy's wife is a school psychologist. So she constantly has a habit of asking him, how is your mind and how is your brain? And for him, even though she asks him that twice a week since they've been married, it still annoys him with himself at times because it reminds him that he doesn't give intentional care to his thoughts and to his mind's health. The hustle and bustle of life tends to not give our thinking patterns much time for attention. We often think, feel, and take action without much effort towards acknowledging our minds are the leaders of our lives, or even what or who may be leading our thoughts. The brain is an incredible engine, only as good as its maintenance. The directions we decide to journey and the distances we're able to go depend on the wellness of our minds. The wear and tear of daily living impacts our thoughts. But it's not just our thoughts, because our thoughts become actions. Our actions become our habits. Our habits then become a way of life. And our way of life is an illustration of who we are. Like oil in a car, our thoughts need to be constantly be renewed. Bad, sludgy oil doesn't do well for a car, just as bad, sludgy thinking doesn't do well for our lives. With the daily influences and challenges in the world, the entirety of your mind needs to be laid at the feet of Jesus daily for renewal. God knows our every challenge we face and wants to give our minds freedom, hope, and transformational love to impact who we are for our good. He wants to take care of every thought you have. So today, let's decide to surrender our minds to Jesus, preparing our hearts to surrender tomorrow and every day thereafter. Consider this. Pray that Jesus leads and cleanses each thought you have daily, both you and your spouse. And pray that Jesus removes any bad influences on your thinking when it comes to your relationship as a couple. Truly make note of each other's response to the question. And take it to the Lord in prayer. 2 Corinthians 10:5 says, casting down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. And Romans 12:2 says, and do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. You know what? Take some time to pray with your wife today. It will change your life. Again, thanks for coming, Project Riverside. I'm Steve. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and we'll answer them as best we can.